play better in the second half.
And you played a partner to Alvarez, of course,
Hello,
coaching him
my friend.
when he was a young player. There's an American flavor here everywhere. Down with Saran, in Orlando City, of course, and Menjivar as well. They're going to be important.
And the Spanish starting lineup, look at the stars here.
Well, where do you start? You know, Javi Martinez playing centrally, no Pique, of course. That could change in Brazil. And when you look everywhere else, I'll tell you what, this is close. Andres Iniesta, of course, he's gonna have to be significant in terms of creativity. I think he will. The young Koke, what a season for him, and Atletico Madrid as well. Pedro with his pace, of course, and Diego Costa. That's important that he starts because it puts away the speculations.
American Airlines and JetBlue. That gives us the reach we need into the USA. We have a relationship over Toronto with Canadian Airlines. That gives it with Air Canada. That gives us the reach within Canada. And we now fly to Sao Paulo, which is into the South American market. And we'll shortly announce partnerships with a number of South American airlines. So we're well positioned to grow in the Americas. You don't have to fly to every point yourself. But if you fly to the gateway and you have the right partner and you can achieve the beyond connectivity, that's what's key. In regard to China, we have a very good relationship with China Eastern.
Switch of play here. Fran knocks it inside. 17 is a Koke. Very mobile and elusive taker.
And don't take that for granted. Of course, that initiates that attack. It's a wonderful ball, over 30, 40 yards right there, and he's going to be able to pick him out. When you look at Spain, of course, you know about their possession. Sometimes maybe over-possessing, but let's face it, what's the most important thing in the game? It is the ball, isn't it? They take care of the ball pretty well. Sometimes, you know, what I'm looking for is, you know, how effectively can they penetrate this El Salvadorian team?
And El Salvador doing what they did against the Ivory Coast in the first half, playing with a five-man midfield. He's thick and heavy here, Giannis. It's being broken down here right now. Lengthened cross. With a huge noise. Coming from the El Salvador fans, who have a very unique relationship to Spanish football. They are huge supporters of La Liga, and every person in El Salvador is either a Real Madrid or Barcelona fan.
And you can sense that respect that the Spanish team got from El Salvador as well, and I think that's always significant. And I think, you know, without taking away, taking the credit away from El Salvador, this is a perfect opponent for Spain, isn't it? Because this is a team, as you mentioned, 5 midfielders, numbers that Spain will have to break down. They're going to face that, of course, in Brazil as well. Yes, they're playing Holland, but they're playing Chile, who's going to be well organized, and you have to break that down.
Breaking it down here right now. Walker's line, Henry makes a save, it's contact, and a point to the penalty spot. And this may have been harsh here on goalkeeper Henry Hernandez, who gets a start here today, but well, this changes the game here, only 3 minutes in.
It did, because even Diego Costa didn't ask for it. You can sense it. I bet you he's surprised a little bit, because it seems to me on the first look that Henry Hernandez came out, challenged Diego Costa right there, got to the ball first. Now, in the follow-up, was there contact? Probably, but I think, you know, in that situation, again, I'd like to see a second look, but my gut feeling tells me that this is a wrong decision.
Cesc Fabregas is going to step up to take the penalty. Remember, he signed at Arsenal, age 16. 88 caps, 13 goals for Spain. Fabregas against Hernandez. Hesitates and throws his penalty over the top. So maybe justice there.
Well, maybe not. But psychologically, that's certainly not good for Fabregas, of course. I mean, he's a player that's capable of scoring, not just from the spot, but from the run of play as well. And, you know, this is a big miss. I mean, look at this. Look at the goalkeeper. Not moving right there. Just challenge me, right? Steps out here, and, you know, it seems close, but really, as a penalty taker, you want to put that in the back of the net early in the game. That gives you confidence going forward. He's a professional. If there's a penalty to be taken in Brazil, he's going to remember that. That's the last thing he's going to remember. That's never a good thing.
Giannis to be so good to take it, but get back out in a second, because here's El Salvador trying to get the game switched right side, Rafael Burgos, who gets a start here today, and plays in Hungary, his 32nd appearance.
What an opportunity that was, and two players right in front of goal. You needed to probably pick him out. But Kevin Santamaria was there, and Andres Flores just waiting to tap it in. So maybe a little bit of nervousness there, but for a place to Rafael Burgos, the way he got free, the way he got open.
Ramos again trying it over the top to Diego Costa, redirect them. Back to the Fabregas penalty. Did he overthink it on the approach, the two hesitations?
No, I'm not so sure that he did. Let's have a look here as Hernandez comes in. Gets the ball, gets the player at the same time. I can understand why the referee may think that. Whereas on the second look, it's always easier. So we got to give credit to the referee because it's tough. Even though, we sometimes don't see it perfectly. I think there might have been contact just before he gets to the ball.
Burgos again chasing this one. He gets a start against Oscar Blanco. And by the way, could Baldomero Toledo just with the knowledge of Spain going to the World Cup, maybe be protecting them a little bit here today?
I hope not, really. I mean, yes, on one hand, you're saying, yes, this is a big occasion. Of course, we've seen a number of late injuries. Marco Reus, the latest one, of course, just happened last night. But, you hope not. You got to close the game, I suppose. I almost think that the managers, I'm sure, have spoken ahead of the time again.
Yes, Pedro, snapped away. How quick it happened. Released was Pedro. He's denied with a good save there by Henry Hernandez.
He's adventurous, isn't he? Again, I mean, he's really, for me, he's a little bit out of position, as you see. No questions of getting on site right there, as you can see it here. Pedro does everything right. Look at that first touch to bring it down. I think it jumped on him a little bit too high. And Hernandez comes out and does a good job.
And he does again, coming off his line to pick that cross up. Hernandez plays for Metapon. It's only his 5th cap here tonight. He's playing Derby. Carrillo got the start against the Ivory Coast. 2-1 loss in Dallas on Wednesday for El Salvador, but they had a better second half in that game.
This is a little bit different from Spain. Not that we don't see it, but you look at that possession. They try to play short. They try to combine, obviously. But we've seen a couple of balls over the top, haven't we? Sergio Ramos delivered one, Alba now. So I suppose that the opponents in that group, like Holland and Chile, will have a look at this game. No questions about that. And, just a different look. And it happens in a round of play. This is not unusual. But this early in the game, certainly a different tactic.
Clearly that's made possible with the insertion of Costa, who's making the run now. A free kick as Iniesta was brought down in midfield. Boy, what an amazing player this man is. Number 6, Andres Iniesta. 30 years old today, is 96 again, 12 goals for Spain, and of course the linchpin of Barcelona.
And he's going to be important. Now, let's not forget Xavi is not starting. Most likely he will not play as much. Of course,
CROWINT Cowinga.
You look at Iniesta, he's going to have to be that creator. I think he's going to have to have a significant tournament, very much like he did in Poland, Ukraine, and European Championships. Not just scoring in the final, but he was just outstanding.
Javi Martinez, you and I walked past him in the tunnel as they went out to check the field out today. That is one tall, strong-looking man, Javi Martinez, who plays for Bayern Munich, the only non-La Liga player in this starting lineup. They cross and
he is a center back that's been playing in the center of the midfield by Bayern Munich, of course. So I think he's sometimes quite into your mind. So, where is that, in his best position? He's very good and effective in goal. You see him there playing instead of keeping, of course. You can see what Brazil brings in terms of his role on this team.
Fabregas over the top, trying to get behind El Salvador. Spain is running back near the top of the box.
We're going to have some really in Spanish. There's interchanging position, of course. Diego Costa is significant. You and I have talked about it. First 9, like the first piece right now, Diego Costa and Spain are playing with a true striker. Remember how they won the last two games.
That giveaway. Pedro squares it. From the side, put it in. That's Fabregas. And his shot was blocked. Johnny Alonso now.
in the last European Championships. A number of chances for him early on.
How important is it to get this decision done about Diego Costa, whether he's going to play or not in this World Cup? Because it certainly alters things tactically.
I think it's huge. No question. But, you know, it's good to know that Moscow is saying, okay, I can play with Costa, but I can always go back to playing that ball. You know, with Cesc without a striker. You see 3 chances for Cesc Fabregas, most of the Diego Costa already.
Iniesta now. Salutes one, trying to play into the paint, comes back to Iniesta. Still Iniesta. Where's it going to complete? Xavier Garcia. Long range hit here, skipping, kicked in front of Hernandez. That shot coming from younger than Sergio Ramos. The Champions League hero.
Hernandez has been good, hasn't he? On the bounce like this, you could see how that ball could get away from him. Especially for El Salvador. Everyone took that for granted. Nobody followed up. You can see Pedro was looking for seconds there.
On the head of Alonso. Back to the goalkeeper. That's a free kick. Javi Martinez. By the way, Javi Martinez played over 200 games for Athletic Bilbao. When he made the move to Bayern Munich, it was huge money. Burgos again, and talking all the way back there is Jordi Alba.
He wanted to leave.
More direct play here. Here's Pedro. So, made a good observation here. You see a lot more direct football when he goes from Spain.
I think you can see, you know, El Salvador.
Hello, my friends.
You didn't expect that.
Hello, my friends.
I'm not sure if it's a tactic. Sometimes great players recognize that within the game. So you see that line, pushing to try to play in behind the back door.
Hello, my friends.
So do you see this as being a much very different Spain than the one that won the 2010 World Cup?
I would hope so. Yes, I would hope so. Just the fact that Diego Costa is playing gives you a lot, doesn't it? I mean, you have a target man that you can play over the top. To be quite frank, you're not even looking for him so much. It's been Pedro really that's been at the end of those numbers and putting over balls. But you want to have a balanced team. You want to have a team that can possess and a team that can be direct as well.
You're right. We're getting tempted by the high line. It's funny that made his debut for Barcelona in 2008. He's 26 years of age tonight. His 39th appearance for Spain with 14 goals. He's been absolutely mobile. And providing a ton of movement here so far in this one. Jordi Alba knocked that inside with Alonso. Alba made his name at Valencia. Incredible the amount of experience in this Spanish team. Santa Maria. He came on in the second half against the Ivory Coast. And you see the youthful nature on the faces of the Salvadorian players.
You know, they've been trying to go forward. They don't just sit back. I think they're made to sit back because of the difference in quality. But we've seen a couple of games that are in trouble. When given the opportunity, we'll set numbers forward.
Alonso gets it off his feet. Sergio Ramos. Fabregas. He was set up in yesterday in 2010 World Cup final. It's the Netherlands. Play from Alexander Lavine. Got his hands full with the Ivory Coast and the likes of Didier Drogba and Jorginho on this past Wednesday. It's a good look to Lavine. He was 21 years of age, plays for Foss. Burgos. Probably pressing there is Burgos. He's up for the moment.
What I find interesting here that they're overloading on this right-hand side because the shots now you see Koke making his way back to on that left side, but the last 2 or 3 minutes you see both Pedro and Koke on the same side. You see Alba is given that space to fill in from his left fullback position.
Okay, central now. Lifts it over the top. Wonderful idea. Trying to run it down with Diego Costa. Diego Costa. Atletico Madrid in the history this year winning La Liga, expected to go to Chelsea. This was a defining season for him in world football.
Yeah, it was. And, I look at this and I can't help but think, Glenn, that the confidence that Spain is coming into this tournament. Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid playing in the Champions League final for the fight. La Liga, which was unthinkable really to somebody who gave us doing a great job. Barcelona may be not at their best, but still, there's so much quality there. So, someone said they're tired. Someone said the cycle has ended. I am not so sure that you want to take them for granted.
Still one of the favorites in South America, and their playing style also could be very conducive to playing in Brazil. Switching the point here to Alba. Iniesta's pulled out on the left. Iniesta cutting down his right side to Walker Alba. He's going to try to square it back. It will be a point for Spain here, but they play in tight spaces beautifully, and example of it there.
And Iniesta is one of the best in the world in that. Such confidence, of course, such vision there from Iniesta to find Alba.
Fourth corner, Iniesta. Xabi Alonso. Back to Iniesta now. Goes to his right, makes space, gets across into it. Everybody back behind the ball right now for El Salvador. 17 minutes in. First Salvadorian crowd here in Landover. Well, at first I thought Henry Hernandez had come off his line a bit early there, but in the end things worked out nicely.
But I think he's doing a great job because, on one hand you look at him and you think that maybe he's overcommitting a little bit, but I think he's being proactive. He knows that he's going to see a lot of those balls, and he's going out there saying, this is all mine, this is my area. If you're going to beat me here, you're going to have to deal with me. Now, he may eventually pay the price for that, but maybe not. I love his attitude, by the way.
He's not going to sit there. He's definitely been aggressive off this line here today. As you mentioned, Xabi Alonso. Iniesta pulls out on the left. He's cutting back in on his right. Fabregas left a bit of a lazy ball, but a bad ball made a good one there by Koke. Xabi Alonso now. He's got his head up. There's a good ball movement there that the Spaniards are so renowned for.
Watch the players. The ball is going to be played there. One touch, two touch from Spain, of course, but don't lose sight of the player that you mark.
Manager is Albert Roca, 51 years of age for El Salvador. He's a native in Spain, but mostly in the Spanish second division. He's been an assistant though at Barcelona for 5 years, from 2003 to 8. So obviously he's got the connection, and he's preparing El Salvador for the Copa Central America.
So he's made a mistake. He left just before Barcelona had that unbelievable run. It was 2009, of course, when they won 6, 7 every trophy there was to be won, I suppose. And under Pep Guardiola, this was some Barcelona side.
As we both know, timing is everything. Alvarez barely had a touch here in the first half.
20 years from now, nobody's going to remember. So if I were him, I was going to, I want to claim that I was part of that.
Just to be an assistant at Barcelona, and that in itself says something. So how do you think the coach is going to do it? Part of the worry here in a game like this,
It's Alba, isn't it?
it's Jordi Alba.
Well, let's see if he just gets stepped on or he actually twisted right there. You can see a tough. It's a combination. There's contact first, and the way I think he braces himself, he comes down on the top of his foot. So I tell you, that doesn't look good. It doesn't mean that he's not going to recover from that, but this is not just simple contact there.
Tackle with Arturo Alvarez. 20 minutes in, Spain and El Salvador tied at 0 here at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. This is the Road to Brazil series. Playing alongside from the U.S. national team member Giannis Mahal. Let's go back to Diego Costa. How has his mobility been today? Is he looking like a player that is not struggling with any injury
I've been
problems?
watching. I don't think he's at his best. That's to be understood. But I just don't even think that they've been looking for him. Now, part of the game, of course, is that he has to find the game. That's where he's at his best. But with the way this has been played so far over the top, he hasn't been the target because the channels are open. I think they're looking in the wide areas, of course, in particular for Pedro in that situation. But I think we need a little bit more time. It doesn't look 100%, but it may just be perception because we're looking for little things right now.
Alba has walked off, seems to be okay. For the moment, Spain with a man down. Off the free kick, they play the short when they clip it into the far post. Tons of unmarked players in here. Place it down by Larin, who brings the Salvadorian crowd to their feet with that acrobatic clearance.
And you can see the reaction of Javi Martinez. He's not happy because I don't think he's realized that he was so wide open. He was trying to play that ball on. There were a couple players making runs, but I think if he just tries to receive that, he's free on goal. So he didn't get the shot.
Alvarez to push it down the line. Doesn't work from center. It'll be a free kick down Salvador.
Here's the end product. You can see it here. I mean, that's good defending, I suppose. You have to do what you have to do. But it was high for Javi Martinez, but I still think I didn't realize how wide open he was. I think he would have tried to bring that ball down somehow.
Flip forward towards Alba. It's very targeted, certainly from an aerial perspective. Play that away from Sergio Ramos. Spain wins it back. It's a good ball from Alonso. Diego Costa is pulled out on the side. Here's Costa now. One tackling unit at the back so far from El Salvador. That is Mendoza who broke down. That's Fabregas. Yes, still launch. Very similar to the Ivory Coast game where El Salvador in the beginning was pretty game until Jorginho and Didier Drogba began to find their form in combination.
Yes, it's easy to say that we need to be more adventurous, but we are playing in Spain. We've got to be tight in formation. It's not allowed Spain to have space in between the lines, so we can't really play El Salvador for decent approach, I suppose. I'd like to see it given an opportunity. They've done that in the first couple of minutes to go forward, but the trouble is that sometimes you may not have that opportunity because Spain possesses the ball so much. The question is, how do you win the ball off of Spain? You're always a second lane, aren't you?
And that was the problem for El Salvador. Is of Ivory Coast, they get to the halfway line, they all break down. And on that night, it was Lester Blanco playing as the deepest line for that lone forward role. And Rafael Burgos has to play here tonight.
In that game, to be fair, Nestor Lenderos did a pretty good job. He was in that holding role just in front of the back four. I thought he read the game well. Yes, at times he was overwhelmed because of the pace. Not just the pace, but the physicalness of Ivory Coast. When you have Drogba coming your way, all these players, Gervinho with pace. So I suppose that it's a different lineup today.
Koke has been operating really in a central role today.
And I tell you why. Because of Iniesta. If you watch him play, of course, Iniesta here in Barcelona 4-3-3 system, but